maybe I have enough battery. You can come along here. Trees should not be closer than 20 feet to a structure because of the roots and the foliage, what it can do to the foundation. Around the front here we have a lot of debris and mulch. High soil conditions. Gaps between the window frames and the masonry, brickwork. We do not have weep holes. Homeownership 101, all roofs leak, all walls leak. We designed them to shed water faster than they collect it. We want to keep the inside dry. So we should have weep holes around the foundation perimeter. I'm not seeing any. We should have weep holes over any fenestration, that's a window or a door, that has a lintel. That's that metal strip right there. So there should be weep holes there as well. Again, we got gaps between the window frames and the brickwork. I don't know if you can see it from here. The other video I was bragging about the rain gutter and how it was installed. But up here, you see the daylight between the rain gutter and the fascia. It means that rain gutter wasn't installed behind the edge flashing. Again, we got gaps. Anytime the vertical wall and the roof meets, okay, we should have kick-out flashing right there and right there. And then kick-out flashing right there as well. And this rain gutter, this upper rain gutter, there's supposed to be a 2-inch gap between it and the wall, plus having kick-out flashing. So we're kind of missing that there. Around this window as well, we've got gaps between the brickwork. We do not have a weep screed. The stucco around the fireplace chase. We don't have a weep screed. Right there we got a vertical crack between the stretcher bricks and the brickwork right in there. Over here we've got some mortar repair. We kind of expect that. We got cracks between the brickwork and the stonework. Got some more cracks developing here. The lintel is sagging across this span. And it causes those kinds of cracks. That's what's happening. And cracks right there as well, and cracks right there as well. So that's what's happening. Now I measured between this window, that's the office study, and the fireplace. I'm getting, well, between this office study and the wet bar, the other side, far side of it, the living room side of the wet bar, I'm getting more than 1 inch difference. Floor height elevation difference within 20 feet. I'm getting more than 2 inches of floor height elevation difference between this window and the fireplace. I'm not an engineer, that's engineering equipment. I'm not an engineer. It's not what I do. I'm a home inspector. I should stay in my lane. I use that equipment. That's not to spec. I'm not calculating slope. That's not tolerances. It's a guideline that I use. No more than 2 inches overall. It beats it. No more than 1 inch in 20 feet. That's it too. This door should have a self-closing spring on it. Okay, this door is installed inside out. The hinge pintles, that's the word for them. Pintles are installed right there. Alright, we're just going to focus on the floor here for a moment. I apologize for that. Let it roll. Okay, this is the patio. Electric receptacle outlets and exterior locations should have bubble covers. Gas piping right there. We got a cap on it. It does have a cap on it. That's good. This goes through the front as well, but the light fixtures should be sealed to keep water from getting into them. Water features are beyond the scope of this inspection. That's not GFCI protected. Okay, we got paneling on the back side. On the back side, on our fenestrations, windows and doors, we should have Z-bar flashing. Z-bar flashing was not installed. And on our butt joints, okay, flashing tape was not installed behind our butt joints. We have soffit vents. When the siding comes down to the patio, there should be a 2-inch gap along that way. Okay, like on the front where we're talking about weep holes, now we're talking about the gaps. Okay, so that, you know, remember, all walls leak. We don't want the water going inside. We don't want the water wicking up. There's supposed to be a 2-inch gap at the bottom of the panel like that. Retaining walls, usually, I don't do surveys, but usually the retaining walls on the high side, okay, belong to the other property. And usually retaining walls on the low side do not affect the foundation. If a retaining wall is twice its height away from the structure, in theory it should not affect the foundation. So most of this retaining wall is too far, and all of it's on the high side, and it might not even be yours. I don't do surveys. So this retaining wall is beyond the scope of this inspection. See all this wiring? This is why I can't get a camera pole up there to look at the roof. It would still be difficult, but not impossible, I don't suppose. It's still difficult. Coming on along. These are switches. They go to these party lights and go to the fountain. This fountain does not have GFCI. This receptacle does not have GFCI. This circuit is not GFCI protected. High soil, wood mulch, debris. We've got some repairs on the siding over there. I think I'll show you in the condensing unit video. The water heater temperature pressure relief drain, it's too high. Not supposed to be farther away from the ground than 6 inches. Also, I only see 1, and it should be sealed. It should be sealed because all walls leak. All walls leak.